Okay, this is a specific video for Hank Zegward, and he just became a Patreon. And if you don't know what Patreon is, you can contribute a monthly fee and you can ask me a million questions and I'll make videos just for you. He sent me his history, and this is a good learning thing for other people. So if you're not this guy but you want to learn something regarding how to deal with back pain and what exercise to use, this is a very interesting case and we'll go over it here. And I'm going to show you some pictures of the MRI. So as I understand it, I read through everything, Hank, and I looked at everything. I looked at the MRIs. So basically what we're getting down to is what exercises should you do. And the basic history is this is a patient who had some herniated discs, the herniated nucleus pulposus, some degeneration. It was possible that he had stenosis, but there were some discrepancies, and eventually had a kidney tumor removed. So it says before this operation, the urologist said that you had stenosis according to your CAT scan, but he never made it an issue. The anesthesiologist was late for the operation procedure, and you had the surgery for the tumor above your right kidney. And then what happened was afterwards you had some trouble walking. That's what I read. You couldn't walk anymore because of the pain. You were having trouble urinating. That's a red flag right there. You had to go for an MRI. You couldn't hardly do the MRI because you couldn't stretch your legs. Then you had L4, L5 surgery. And it's been about 2 years now, and you're having pain with in your foot, and you used to rock climb and you've injured yourself. The cauda equina syndrome is what you're talking about. You've seen an NIP chiropractor, and it looks as though, my understanding is the way you wrote the email, that you're actually getting some benefit from that. Has the chiropractor shown you exercises? You're not sure what exercises you can do, and so then you injured yourself lifting aircraft wheel. That's never good. So your main question is, what exercises can you do? And then you sent me another email. What you don't understand is that you feel pain on the right side of your spine, and that there's a facet problem and a burning radiation, and you have on the left leg the inner side of the foot. And you said, according to Dr. Nabel, it should occur on the same side. So is that a trapped nerve in my spine that causes it, or is it a trapped nerve in my foot that causes the pain? So let's get into this. Let me pull up the MRI so other people can see, and we can look through those. So let me just undo this here, and I'll show you guys the MRI, because this is an interesting case. So right here is the MRI, the side view, and you can see a significant disc explosion pinching right at between L3 and L4. And that is just turning off the nerves of that area. Let me tighten this here because we're going to discuss the exercises. All right, here we go. Now the problem with this is you may need either an epidural or another surgery. I'm giving you advice, but this has to be understood that this is advice based on what I'm reading. I'm not actually examining you. So you have to take this with a grain of salt as just information purposes. But that looks like on the MRI that you may require either an epidural or another surgery, and it's not between L4 and L5. It looks to be between L3 and L4, although depending on, it actually looks like L4, L5, come to think of it, but that's a significant pinching. So something happened to that L4, L5, and it does not look good, and there's an absolute reason. Now what you did not send me was, you did not send me all the MRIs. So I can't look at it from a three-dimensional perspective, but it's possible that that disc is coming out central rather than one side. And you sent me something from this other, the neurological stuff, which I did read, the neuroaxial anesthesia in patients with pre-existing neurological deficits. So I did read that. It was 59 pages, so it took me some time to get through it all. However, what exercise, the main two questions. Number one, what exercises can you do? And number two, what's the deal with the other ankle on the other side? Of course, by the book, if you're having a problem on the right side, you should get neurological deficits on the right side. But the cauda equina is a series of nerves that go down your spine, and it looks like this. It's in a circular pattern. And if I pinch this nerve, you will get neurological problems of that nerve. But if I squish down in the center, you see how the nerves kind of move around. It's actually possible to get neurological problems on the left side when the disc is pressing backwards into the center. So that actually does make sense. It's very possible that your left-sided problems are a result of the central disc bulge. If the disc bulge is only on the right, because of biomechanical issues, you still could feasibly get neurological symptoms on the left side. So you can't really rule that out. There is no metal block between the right and left side of a patient that separates our sides. So we're three-dimensional. So when you have a disc herniation and it penetrates you three-dimensionally, you might actually get symptoms on the left side. So it's very feasible. The second thing is, what exercises can you do? I am going to pull them up for you, and I'm going to show you how to get started. What we're going to do is I'm going to type in Adam Story Chiropractic, and the basic gist of this program that I usually show patients is that the exercises must be somewhat pain-free. On a scale of 1 to 10, they have to be under a 3. So if you're doing the exercise and it's causing a 3 out of 10, then it's okay to do the exercise. If you're getting a 4, 5, 6 level pain when you do the exercises, that it needs to be modified in that regard to keep the pain level down. You want to basically, the rule number one, Hank, is you want to exercise in a somewhat pain-free zone. So if you watch a YouTuber like Athena X, for example, and he's showing you exercise that you need to do through a full range of motion, he's not actually looking at your MRI, and he would probably agree that if you had this type of problem, you want to exercise in a shorter range of motion at first, because he's a physical therapist, and to stay within that pain-free range of motion during the training. And that way you can gain strength in that. So number one, always exercise in a relatively pain-free range of motion. The second principle is, whenever you do the exercises, it's okay to get a little bit of discomfort in the lower back, but it's not okay to get more leg pain. So if you're exercising your back and getting more leg pain than back pain, that's not the exercise for you. So let me show you here how I usually progress patients with these types of problems. All right, so here's my page. And what you do is you go to Adam Story DC, find my page, and there's a home, videos, playlist, community, store, channels, and about. So, I'm sorry. So if you want to buy something, you can buy something there, but go to playlists, okay? Now, what this does, it divides most of my videos, not all my videos, but it divides most of my videos up into sections that I want patients to look at. Now, this is an example of chiropractic techniques. These are videos for extremities. This is a video series I have on blood pressure. This is dietary advice. This is cycling videos when I used to have videos on my channel for cycling, which I don't anymore. I actually opened a second channel called Southern California, Cycling in Southern California. So if you're interested in cycling, don't go to this channel, go to these, although these are my best videos. And then the next one is core exercises. So I'm going to hit that. I'm going to hit this area that says core exercises. And what you're going to see here are simply 21 videos on core training. This one here says why your core exercises don't help your back. You should watch that one. The second video, which is number 1, and notice how these are numbered. That's very, very important. The first exercise, and I'm going to skip to this one here, is learn how to feel the back muscles. My experience has been that, I'm going to turn the volume down here. My experience has been that most people don't even know how to feel the back muscles. This is a video, this is a little bit of an older video from 2017, but it's still good. I'm going to fast forward here to show you this is what you do. Okay? Let me get rid of the ad. I'm going through the exercise of learning how to contract your lower scap stabilizers and how to actually just feel the lower back muscles. These muscles here are what you need to feel. Sorry about the phone ringing. Now, once you learn this exercise, the second exercise is the bird dog exercise. Okay, you see that there? Same idea. I'm going to fast forward, and this is an exercise that is very safe for disc herniations. And you get on all fours, and what you'll do, let me see if I can fast forward. I'm going through an explanation here. And you slowly raise the leg, and then I should be raising the arm. There we go. That is very safe for the lower back. Now, those two right there are the best exercises for your type of problem. Number 3, planks, number 4, side planks, are not really a beginning exercise program, so I wouldn't start with those. Then I have the advanced ones, the pull-ups, the Pallof presses, and stir the pot. I would not do those. Now you're going to have questions such as, should you buy an inversion table? You're going to see me doing my own 2.5-minute core exercise routine, certain things on stretches, lots of good stuff. I basically took everything that I do for patients and put it in this series called the playlist for my YouTube channel right there. It's everything that I prescribe to patients. Get the idea? So thank you. I want to thank you for being a Patreon, and I do appreciate it. If you have further questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And if you would like your case analyzed by me, there's a couple ways to do it. We could either do a Zoom appointment, so it's just like seeing me for a doctor's appointment. We could do that. There is a fee for that. You can look at our information down below to do that. The second thing is you can become a Patreon where you pay a monthly fee, and it's the amount is for your choosing. You can ask me questions by sending me your case on your email, and then I will make a video just for you. So I hope this was informative. I hope you appreciate it, and I wish you the best of luck. Give those things a try for a couple months, but always, the disclaimer is always ask your doctor if these things are right for you, because they are the ones that are the best at analyzing you. I'm only seeing your story on the written page. So I hope that this helps you a lot.